Alright folks, here's the deal. The freeze in Texas is now thawed at the moment. And so now I'm off to get a wonderful little bit of treasure that's been waiting for me elsewhere for quite some time. Time to go on a bit of a trip. But first, before we do any of that, we need sustenance, and for that, we went to the gas station, the food for any true gamer. Ah ha ha ha, there you are. Come to me, my secret prize. Hello everyone, GoldenNova here, and I've come to you with another OCG product opening. Today, we'll be opening up the latest core booster set they have available, Dimension Force. It's got Therians, it's got Scareclaws, it's got that new symphonic support that is off the wall, and of course, the game's first ritual pendulum monster, Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. I'm super excited to get into this and see what kind of cool rarities and new cards we can get our hands on. But first, I'd like to tell you about today's sponsor, VoiceOver Nova. Take it away! Thank you, Box Opening Nova. Today's sponsor, as well as the service used to get today's booster box, is Buyee, an online service that helps you get all the cool products you could ever want that are available from Japan. Here's how it works. You go to Buyee's website and shop from a variety of Japanese retailers like Rakuma, Mercari, and Yahoo Japan. There's a variety of Yu-Gi-Oh products you can get, from OCG-only cards, with rarities they don't print in other regions, to other collectibles like figures and plushies. And the same goes for any of your favorite manga, anime, or light novels. If you're a weeb like me, you're going to find something you love. Then, once you've made your selection, Buyee will ship the items from those retailers to their warehouse, so it's all under one roof before shipping it to you. Buyee helped me get today's package, but they want to help you get your first package as well with a 2,000 yen coupon code that you can use on your first purchase, which comes out to about $20 worth of savings. And don't delay! If you're watching this on the day of upload, Buyee's Chinese New Year celebration ends today, and it's got all kinds of coupons that can save you even more money. I used one of them to get today's box, and it cut the price basically in half. Just go down in the description and use my Buyee link to sign up for your new account, get something sweet to add to your collection, save a little money, and help out the channel all at the same time. Thank you very much, VoiceOver Nova. Now let's get started. I of course have my protective gloves to keep those cards safe from my greasy fingers, and we have some of the card sleeves left over from last box opening to keep any particularly shiny cards safe. The box is already out of its shipping container. There was a bit of a technical difficulty, but we were able to remove the Konami sanctioned shrink wrap, and now we're gonna break this open. But I gotta say, this box looks pretty cool. I forget if the TCG version has like full art versions of this on the booster boxes, but that looks really wonderful. So let's open this up here. Oh, hello. What is this? Open here, and this is a +1 pack. This is something that I would do, or I'd like to see them do in the TCG as well. It's just like a little bonus thing for whenever you get like when you buy the full box. I have not seen them do over here, but they've done that with like the Digimon TCG. That's always really special to see. It's got like special promo versions of cards in the pack, so it's not like they've included anything that's like necessary game pieces, but they do look nice. Oh my goodness. Wait a sec, are these gloves going to be difficult when trying to open up these packs? You don't say. Come on. They don't have a tear in there, do they? No, they don't. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, just the one. Okay, so it is Vysauce equals Staffrost. A card that is not technically part of the Scareclaw archetype, but is going to be like what I assume is like the face of the multiverse they're about to build, starting out with Dimension Force. Ooh, and that's a little shiny. Let's go ahead and set that over here. Right there, and that takes care of that. But now it's time for the opening proper. Oh, wait. No, this is terrible on here, right? One sec. I'm noticing the Oh yeah, there's little bends here. Oh, that's... I'll focus on that in a bit, but that looks like a token card. Oh, I can't wait to see what that is. Okay, let's go ahead and open these up real quick. First, I am very easily distracted, as you might be able to tell. Now, do these have something that's easy to, like, tear off the top, I wonder? They, like in Master Duel, they, like, cut it right across the top here. Which, of course, it's a digital thing, so they can handle the box, they can handle the pack however they want. But it feels like that would be, like, a real nice, way to tear it open, but I guess that would also be really easy to get the cards out of the packs if you are at a retail location. Okay. Open sesame. There we go. Alrighty. Now let's see how many of these names I can get right just having memorized them from the videos I've done. What's we got here? Okay, this is Therion's Bullseye. This one... Oh, this one's one of those Swamp Battle Guard cards, because they gave it more support in this set like they did in Duelist Alliance, but they haven't done more of that. This is the zombie version of Warrior of Zera, or whatever version of... whatever timeline of Zera they're talking about at the time, for a bunch of new Zombie World support. Okay, this is, I think it's Scareclaw Nova? So, you know, I'm enjoying it. Great new card for, Scareclaws. Ooh, and the new Sylvan Link monster. Ah, there we go. Check that out. Sylvan, I believe it's Peony. Really cool, just for plant decks in general, but also works really well for, just specifically Sylvans, because it, like, modulates the levels together, as well as helping to summon stuff. Look at some of this. Let's wipe this off a little bit. So that's really fun. All right, you can. Oh yes, now this pack is a team player. It just opens up as needed. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from that pack. Okay, this is a... It's not Silver Sentinel, but it works like Silver Sentinel. It's like an old version of a monster that you could put in the spell and trap card zone face down. I don't know if they predated artifacts, but this is one of those things. I forget what it does though. There's that. I think it's Swamp Battle Guard 0. A new Predaplant Pendulum monster, which works as, I believe, also a fusion spell, which the deck is in desperate need of. They only have like one fusion spell, and it's not my favorite, but having it on a monster is ridiculously cool. This is a Tapir, and it's some kind of equip thing. It punishes the creature for activating effects. I don't know. That one kind of flown on my radar. And another Peony. Outstanding. I can't wait to add it to my deck. Now, I think it's important to remember that the expectation here is that these are collector's items. But it's also cool to just kind of like have them around as like, hey, look at these, the sneak peek version. Okay, yeah, so we can, oh, well, I was going to just pull it from that point, but it looks like it looks like the pack had other plans. All right, come on. There we go. Wahoo. Now that I got the trick of it, it actually seems a lot easier to open than regular packs. Okay, so here's one of these Scareclaw monsters. It's basically like the new Crusadias. You get a bunch of these on board, and they help your Link monster do like a lot of damage, attack multiple times. I think this one might be the piercing one, but I'm not sure. Editor Nova, make sure to let the audience know how much box opening Nova is bad at all of this. The new Ancient Warriors monster, Zhodong. Point of order here. I did the Ancient Warriors video with Artist of a Fro, and he predicted that this character specifically would show up at some point. Once again, showing that he is just a smart cookie. We have another of the Zera Zombie World cards. This one is another Therion's Stand. which is really good for, I believe this one recurs the Therians and also equips them from the graveyard. Very important for their playstyle. And this is the Weather Painter field spell, which is causing a lot of hubbub because this lets you use the continuous spells and traps as link material for the Link 3, which is really good, but there's not a way to like cheat it into play until now, which is super cool. I'm coming to notice that these packs don't have as much as TCG packs, though. I believe these are only 5 apiece. So I guess we're getting more per pack, but I think the rarities are a bit, they're not as egregious with making staples all like these hard-to-get rarities and stuff. Okay, now this one is being obstinate. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Please open. Please relinquish your treasures to me. Foil packaging. Come on, man. The audience is watching, Pax. Stop making me look like a dingus. Like a little dingly mingus. Ha ha. Ha ha. Nope. Wait. It turns out. There we go. Okay. It had me there for a second. Thought I was about to be faked out. Alrighty. So this is one of the new Performapal pendulum monsters. Now I will be completely honest. I have not read what I think it's Lady and Angie do. So I hope that they are very good for the archetype because I'd like them to be good. Oh, I see a shiny. This one is also something I'm not familiar with, but that dragon looks pretty heckin' dope-a-rope. Good gravy. This is a... What's this little guy? What's this little guy? Is an octopus with hand puppets. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's real cute. Okay, this is... this is, Ice Jade... Ice Jade something. I forget, but it's the new one that, like, helps seal up the, effect lock that, the field spell does. This one keeps them from activating them the turn they're special summoned, whereas the field spell keeps it only from activating on any turn except the one they're special summoned. So there's a lot of hubbub about this one, but I don't see it going anywhere. We're putting a lot of these really powerful lockout effects, but we keep putting them in archetypes that no one plays, so we'll see how that goes. And we have, oh, the secret. I think that's secret. Oh yeah, that's a little interesting secret. Is Dinorphia or Dinomorphia Rexstrum, the latest level 8 fusion monster for the theme. There we go. Look at that. Look at that Zoids. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers looking fool. Locks out your opponent's monster's effects if their attack power is either equal to and higher than your life, or just higher than your life points. And that means and then you can pay half your life points to do something, and then that just like sets your that just sets things to that sets your life points to a value where it can stop them. And that's no, like, you pay life points to make their attack points equal to your life points, so it just shuts off their effects out of the gate, and that's really funky. Let's go ahead and I'm seeing some residue here. I think these gloves might be having a bit of a problem here, so we're actually going to go ahead and sleeve that to keep that safe over here, and we're going to remove these and hope that my greasy fingers are not a detriment to the rest of the packs here, and maybe I'll actually be able to open these things a lot quicker. Alrighty, come on. Here we go. There we go. I got the tactile feelings. Okay, this is another Predaplant pendulum monster. What was the other scale on the Frog? What's the Frog at? The Frog is a scale 0, which is actually incredibly powerful. So you have 0 and 8, so you actually have proper pendulum summoning in this archetype now. But I do forget what this one does. But it do be praying. There's that Silver Sentinel lookalike. Here's the Valiant Warriors Zhodong. Valiant Warriors. It's not Valiant. This is the extra pack. Ancient Warriors Zhodong. This is the Scareclaw trap card. That's like a lockout for like they can only summon a defense position when they do this. But you have to tribute 3 Scareclaws for it, and that's really rough. And the Weather Painter field spell. All right, come on. I require more delicious packs. Open. I gotta get in there. All right, so this is one of the heroic challenger monsters. This one, what's it? You can special summon from your hand if you control a non-level 1 heroic challenger. And then you can make either of their levels each other's levels. So this makes the new rank 1, or any rank 1 really, as well as just helping to make your rank 4s. And I love this card. Performapal, again, here's another one of these Scareclaws. I think this is the one that boosts the attack of your Link monster per the amount of defense position monsters on the field. Nova, again, for summoning cards out of the grave. And the other Performapal, I believe that's Angie. Or Lady. The other one's Angie. Boy, I'm terrible, terrible with card names. Especially for ones I haven't seen in real life. Who knew? Who knew that I would be better at knowing things with a script available? Intriguing. Alright, now we have Therian's Ein? No. There's Bull's Eins. This is Jewels. So this one helps keep your cards protected by effect destruction if they're equipped. Here's the Predaplant Pendulum again. Here's Bull's Ein. Here is a new Weather Painter Link 3, which combos with Rainbow. I believe this is Dark Bow. But you want to be doing Rainbow because its effect is... It turns all your monsters into, like, Omni-Negates, which is hilarious. And what are you? What is this guy? I completely passed over this. Oh, no, this is the zombie... A new zombie card. It's the Felgrind one. Oh, that looks gnarly. I'm digging that. Oh, I'm digging that artwork. Let's go ahead and do that over here. And let's go ahead and sleeve. Let's go ahead and sleeve Dark Bow here. They deserve it. They're worth it. Sleeve number 1. And oversleeve on top of that. Remember, you put one sleeve one direction and the other sleeve the other direction for maximum protection. Alrighty, what's next? What's next for our intrepid heroes? Okay, so there is, I believe, a Croa, the Scareclaw, the level 1 heroic challenger, the Piercing of Veronia, I think this one is, a zombie card that I'm not entirely sure what it does, but I do feel like it's a zombie card, and a Predaplant, the new Predaplant fusion monster. Oh, that is also really shiny. Unfortunately, not super well up on what that does later. We'll see if Editor Nova can help out Box Opening Nova here, because Box Opening Nova is a big ol' himbo, but I do know that that deserves its own sleeve as well. Despite all the war crimes that Yuri did in Arc V. Arc V stands. Correct my silly knowledge. I feel like the fusion one was named Yuri. Let's go ahead and get all of you set up over here. There we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and open up. Oh no, this one's being trouble. Unfortunately for you this time, I have the power of nails and leverage. You cannot stand against my infinite might of articulation. Okay, oh yes! Symphonic guitars, bounces your symphonics back to your hand. Just, oh my god, so good, and it scales 0 for symphonics. Playing this on stream was super fun. Flip Jar, another really silly jar card because we can't get enough of those. Therian's Jewels, Therian's Cross, which is a negate and banish. You can only use one of those two effects if you control Ethereans, and then you can use both if you have one that's equipped with something. And then Lady Performapal. Now, unfortunately, that trap card is not a counter, so it can be responded to like normal traps, but it's still just really good like removal or negation. Even if you don't have all the full requirements, you can just pick whichever's best for the given scenario. Okay, so here is that Heroic Challenger, rank 1. It summons another Heroic out of your graveyard, or I guess like a level 4 Warrior. I forget the specifics, but it gets you more monsters out of your grave and gives you back life points, which is great because the new cards really want you to be at like 500 life points. Oh, Symphonic DJs, the other really incredibly powerful Symphonic card in the set. It is like the extender the deck has needed for the longest time, and also like a flip enabler for synths, which is grand. The Mazera zombie, Scareclaw. Ooh, yes, and the Symphonic Synchro monster. They didn't make this hollow. It's just a rare, but you know what? That's fine. That means it's easily accessible because this card just pops cards for free. It's a great pendulum scale. Once it gets in there, it recurs your cards. I love this synchro. It's so good. It's so good. Alrighty, what else you got here? We have Therian's Bullseye, the new Amphibious Buggrowth Mark 11 because they love their references. Predaplant Pendulum. A Scareclaw continuous trap that lets you attack with your defense position Scareclaw or Vsauce. Vsauce here. I'm only gonna be able to pronounce it Vsauce from now on. Lets you do that, and it's also negation, I believe. If it's on the field, you can send it to the grave, and that's cool. And another zombie synchro. I think this is supposed to be the zombie version of, because there's already a main deck zombie version of Tatsunoko, but this is like the Coral Dragon version of it, because Tatsunoko has a grown-up version, and that would be that. Ooh, let's get some more packs. Getting some more packs here. Ooh, freaking open the ceiling, finding out what's inside. Okay, so this is the third of the Scareclaws that so this is the third one. This one should be the multi-attacker, which is, the real Crusadia bit. The other Predaplant Pendulum monster. This is, who are you? Oh, this is the one that was like a Game Boy Advance card that they never actually printed, and now they printed it with an effect. That was a funny story. Oh, here is a super version of Rexstrom, so not in that cool Starlight kind of foiling. But we have a second Rexstrom, which is neat, and that cool Felgrind Synchro monster. Let's go ahead and get the second Rexstrom all set up. Once I make OCG legal Dinorpheus, I won't be set because I would need to get Battle of Chaos to get the other cards. But I do have the Dimension Force pickups all set. Alright. Come on. Come on. Don't be a jerk here. Boom. Boom. Packs can't be jerks. They don't have like a brain or anything. They're just keeping stuff safe. Okay, I believe, okay, so there's another one. I believe his name is Yarn Grepper, but I don't know how to pronounce like the name very well. No one called me out on it, but I'm sure one day someone will. DJ's weird GBA card. This I do like the Symphonic Rocks. Oh, this is a War Rock card. I forget what it does because I do not care to learn how War Rocks work because that deck is not up to my standards. Okay. Okay, Battle Guard card. Another Guitars, yes. Octopus with Hand Puppets. This is the, oh, hello. Oh, alright, we have the Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. I'm gonna go ahead and get that sleeved up as the cover card. This is, oh no, this is not what I thought it was. It is the Ancient Warriors Continuous spell, which isn't quite a, It's not quite an extender, but it does summon them out of your hand, which you do need for some of the higher level ones, in case you don't have the combos to get them out. So there we go. Odd-Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon is safe. So, like, yeah, because it's a pendulum monster, you can pendulum summon it even if you don't ritual summon it. It just gains extra effects if you regularly ritual summon it, which is pretty funky. Alrighty, we've got the Silver Sentinel lookalike. We have Bugroth 11. We have more Scareclaw. We have Beyond the Pendulum, the newest, the best thing that happened to Pendulum since Sliced Bread. It searches you a Pendulum for 1,200 life points, locks out your effects until you Pendulum summon, but if you can build a scale with it and then Pendulum summon, it doesn't matter. So that's pretty cool. And this thing, I'm gonna lie, don't know what that is. But I'll tell you what, Beyond the Pendulum is getting a sleeve. I tell you what. There we go. Boom. Okay. How many more of these are in here? It's an endless box of packs. It never ends. Oh no. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got it right at the end there. I was getting a little worried. A little spooky, scary. Okay, there's the GBA card. There is the Performapal. There's the Cool Dragon that I don't know what it does. This is a trap card that does different things depending on the difference between your scales, but I forget what each individual one does. I think it special summons certain cards, but from where I couldn't tell you. And here is Morningstar Heroic Challenger. This is a searcher and can also be summoned if you control a certain amount of warriors. So I do be digging this. This was another really good one, especially because the new heroic spell in this deck is a really good, it either searches or special summons, but either way, it searches you monsters that in turn special summon themselves. And for an Xyz deck, what more could you ask for? Probably some actual negation. That'd probably be pretty good. Alright. Another Scareclaw. Another Scareclaw, another Pendulum Frog. Another card in that series of goblins doing things. That's that. And the Scareclaw Field Spell, which just pops a card if there's enough defense position monsters on the board and searches you a Scareclaw when activated. So it does the usual field spell shenanigans, the chincanery of it all. Alrighty. What's in here? We have Flip Jar. We have Zhongdo. We have the Battle Guard card. We have the Bounty card, which I'm not sure. I forget what this one does. But Therian's Perpetual Engine Argyro is essential for the deck because it just foolishes you a Therian's card, which you want to have them in the grave to use their Summon from Hand effect. And then you can recycle it by like putting another Therian's card in your grave back to your hand. You can either put it back in your hand or the targeted card, and the other one goes into your deck, which is into your hand, which is really cool. So we got Jewels, we've got the Scareclaw, we've got the Flip Jar, we have another zombie card. I believe this is supposed to kind of reference like Crass Clown, but it's certainly not Crass Clown. And then we have, I have no clue what this is. I don't even feel like I've seen this before. I've poured over the set, but that is... What's that funky card doing there? What's that funky little card doing over there? Alright. What is next here? Okay, so, Scareclaw, Performapal, Therians. Oh, hello. What's, Oh, this is the new Punk No Mask, an incredible extender for the deck that actually, fairly consistently makes you, the Amazing Dragon, as long as you have the monster that fusion summons and any other Punk to make, Carp Rising. And then you have an entire Amazing Dragon setup by itself. That's really cool. You're getting sleeved. And then also a card that has X-Sabers and Steel Swarm on here, but is of neither archetype. It's just a general like hand rip effect. It's on a counter trap, so it's like I think it's a bit of a dark law or like a drop-off thing where if your opponent adds a card to their hand from anywhere, you discard, and then if they have another card in hand, they randomly discard again. So it's basically like a 2-for-1, but it is discarding, and that's always kind of hit or miss depending on the kind of deck you are playing against. Alright, open it up, open it up, open it up. Okay, we have more Frog. We have Bullseye. We have another Zombie Mazera. We have the Heroic Chance. This is what I was talking about earlier with the heroic cards. I believe it searches you, and if it's in your grave and you have 500 or less life points, you can banish it to put a heroic from your grave into your hand. So like I said, really loves those lower life points. And goodness great, another Predaplant Fusion. This one is more of an enabler than being one of those boss starving venoms. Alrighty, give me another cool shiny. I love those shiny cards. Alright, what you got here? Okay, there's another Yarn Grepper, there's another DJs, there's another one of those cool big dragons, there is a, ooh, hello. Ooh, one sec, I'm sorry, this is a Zombie World card, don't care about it, but this is a, the Exorcisters, the new rank 8 that you can make using 2 rank 4s that does not have the restrictions of the other cards. You do not have to use its quick effect on the turn it's summoned. You can just use it, and it also, like, ranks down into one of its Xyz materials at quick effect speed, so you can use one of their effects whenever you need to. That's really cool. I don't know if it makes the deck good, but it certainly helps. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. More guitars. More Big Dragon. More Octopus with hand puppets. We love them. Oh, yes, this is Claim Soleil. The Heroic Challenger. This is an extra Pendulum Summon card, which is pretty fun. But I'm way more excited about Claim Soleil. Now, this was one that I know that I mispronounced in the video for Heroic Challengers, but I was not able to find, like, a record of it being said, so I kind of, like, gave it a bit of a French pronunciation, as opposed to it being, I believe, Celtic. I'll need all the help I can get in the comments, but this card is an OTK generator. It's even better than doing it like things like, Utopia Double, I would say, because this just, it's all in one. But you do have to pay down to 500 life points to use it, so it's a little scary. Unless you're ending the game right there, then you are a little out of your depth. Alright. Show me what else we got here. Alright, Bugroth Mark 11. GBA card. Another Scareclaw. What are you? Oh, this is actually both of these are, from the Dogmatica storyline. This one is Ecclesia fighting, Ad Libitum, and this one is, no, that is Fleur being kidnapped by what it looks like, the armor version of Queritus, or the dragon version of the Queritus armor, and White Relic of Dogmatica, which I believe is, White Corpse of Dogmatica in its original translation, which has caused a bit of an upset in the lore community, as I've seen, because it's like, oh, she's dead or something. It's like, yeah, I mean, that could be. I'm not saying no. There's a lot of skull imagery, but maybe it's like symbolic. Maybe it's not literal. Who knows? All right, Predaplant Pendulum. The level 1 Heroic Challenger. That's an enabler. The one of the Scareclaws. This is another Dogmatica card. This one is, I believe it's Fleur being taken away, and it has Ecclesia in there. It's got Maximus as, God, what is his, Thaumaturge of Dramaturgy, being all triumphant and stuff, even though he looked pretty taken out in branded Condemned, but, looks like he can't keep a good Pope down. And this is another Predaplant. There's so many cool this is like a little mosquito thing. Don't want to deal with that one, though. I can deal with most of the Predaplants, but that one looks like a bug. I'm not a big bug guy. I'll say that right now. I've got a phobia. It's not their fault, but I want them to stay 800 feet away from me. All right, here's symphonic guitar, flip jar, guitar and jar, octopus with hand puppets, Therians. Oh, actually 2 Therians. This one lets those Therians be bounce cards, and this one searches you cards by sending cards to the grave. Something I failed to mention about the Therians, though, is that so you summon them by equipping another Therians from your grave to them, like you summon them out of your hand. So, like, if this one's in your grave, you are like, okay, I have this in hand, summon and equip them to this, and the monster on board actually has both of the effects, their own effect and of the ones equipped to them, and they get a little 700 attack boost. So there's like a lot of, at some point you just get so many Therians saved up that you can, that every Therian is almost every other kind of Therian. Oh, speaking of which, I hope we get King Regulus, like the big boss of the deck. It's so cool, and I love that it's just like a generic, essentially Earth Machine, because they can equip other Therians or monsters of the same type, so you can kind of splash them a bit. And while some of them are like very specific, Regulus is just a good body that's just like a negate, and I love it. Okay, rank 1, Yarn Grepper, DJs, Zombie Misera. The Therians send to the themed discard to draw to. It's a Therians it's a Therians card in your hand, or any Therians in your spell and trap card zone, which is really wild. And another Dynarphia trap card. I forget what this one. No, this is the other fusion trap that can use material out of your extra deck. The other one can use cards out of your deck, which is also really good, but this one uses extra deck, which is important because Rexstrom requires a Dynarphia fusion monster as material. So you don't have to double fusion to get to it. You can just use material right out of your deck with that one, which is completely wild. Okay, what you got here? It is another Scareclaw, more Octopus with hand puppets, more Battle Guard, more Ice Cradle, and another of this weird thing that I don't know what it is. I thought I would know a lot of the stuff that's in these packs offhand, but I am completely at a loss here. Oh, we're almost done here. We have 2 packs left. Can we get the King Regulus Therians, guitars, Scareclaw, Mark 11, Bugroth, another zombie thing, and a second Argyro? That's really cool. It's really cool. Out of the, because you want to be playing a playset of 3 of them, because it just gets, well, it's a literal engine card. I've reused the joke from the video, but it's a joke so nice that we used it twice. All right, last pack. Level 1, Baroque Challenger, Silver Sentinel lookalike, Ancient Warrior. Ooh, yes, this is the other Symphonic Warrior card we haven't opened yet, but this one like gets you the field spell whenever you summon a Symphonic. And it's another way to get more counters, which is good because there are just some random Symphonic cards that just need counters. But previously you only had the field spell to put them on. Now you have the continuous spell, which also gains counters every time a Symphonic effect is activated, which is really cool. And oh yes! Okay, so this is another one of the Albaz storyline cards here. This is Abyssal Dragon Alba Renatus, which I believe is the fusion of, what is that on top of my head? It's Albaz and Aluber. They're dragon forms. Aluber has taken control. They're in this neat red dragon form. Oh, it's so neat. I'm taking a look at this. I'm sorry. I'm taking a look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, and the symbols are much clearer in this art. I don't know if I can show it on this camera, but he has a little sigil in front of him, which we believe is the branded, or the brand images, the stigmata. But there's like these symbols inside the circles, so I'm gonna take a look at this later. This is getting sleeped right the heck now. Holy cow. And I'm gonna be taking a look at that, and I'm gonna be figuring out what the heck is in these circles to figure out the connections they have with other archetypes. We've been trying to figure this out on the Discord for a while now. Oh, that's cool for me. I don't know if anyone else cares about that, but that's great for me. Holy cow. And then the box has like this token thing right up here. Can we like, can we take that apart or something? Let's see if we can very carefully extract. Oh, actually, no. I think what we do is we tear this part off first. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's got the perforations in there. Da-da-da-da. And then we can bend it this way and that way. And then we get... Ooh. Come on, buddy. A cool little token. What's over here? Maybe you all can make sense of this because I'm not sure what this is depicting. I don't know what needs what makes a token this set that looks like this. But I'm gonna hide that away with all the rest of these. That's a cool little pickup on top of that. And now we have a cool little. Oh, I believe you can also. There's some perforations on this. I don't think I'm gonna take this off here, but you might be able to use this as like a field center. Is the idea? But I'm going to hold off on that for now because we got some really neat looking cards here. Ooh-hoo! That's one of the things about those sleeves. They make them real slippery. So glad to get the Renatas. I am so stoked. And then we got the really neat. Is this the right one? That's one Rexstrom. Where's the other Rexstrom? Yeah, here we go. I gotta take some photos of these later. Holy cow, these look so nice. Yeah, this was a really cool box to open. I like that the box has like a little collectible token on there. I like that it had the +1 pack to get a little extra card. We didn't pull any other Staff Frosts, and while it's not necessary for Scared Claws, there are like certain cards that synergize with it, and it's nice to have. Wow, incredible. Okay, so yeah, I am going to be taking a closer look at some of these cards and enjoying their artwork. Once again, huge thanks to Buyee for helping me get this package and for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to, once again, check out the links down in the description where you can sign up for an account, get that 2,000 yen coupon code, and like I said, if you are watching this on the day of, sign up now. There are some ridiculous coupons that you can use because of the Chinese New Year celebration. That makes it a lot cheaper to get this stuff, so do not delay. Yeah, so thank you all very much for sticking around and watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.